Oh shit, I'm going first. Why can't I wait a couple of minutes till the dope disperse? Why am I acting like I'm coughing? This is so rehearsed. I tend to smoke a ton of weed.
Pill bottle with a quarter in it, and that's how you grind up the weed. Dude, my back hurts so much.
25 ZZZ, take plug, mark.
I'm baked right now.
You ever have like those stressful events that when you look back on them, you're like, why was I so stressed? This one, I understand. So day 5, what we're shooting is a big action set piece in this parking lot, and then we're shooting a nighttime, another action set piece. In terms of what we're shooting, this is some of the most fun stuff. Just happened to be also really stressful stuff.
I believe day 5 was our hardest day in terms of how many shots we needed to achieve, how many scenes we needed to shoot, how many different characters we had at different times of the day. Just scheduling wise, it was a little wonky.
I didn't consider how hard day 5 was going to be.
I was open to the possibility it was going to get bad, but I don't think it ever got terrible, basically.
We started with getting the pickups that we missed on the previous day in day 4. Enough time to get us a little closer to the sun setting. And then for some reason, this day just felt chaotic.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we need someone to go take care of the kid, please. Just running behind.
After a day where it felt like everyone knew exactly what they were doing, exactly what was next, today it felt like no one knew what was going on. Even me sometimes. And so we just started to fall behind, where you have to wait 3 minutes because someone's makeup isn't ready, because the makeup artist wasn't communicated to. Where's that character? Oh, they went to the bathroom, which is a 2-minute drive away. Just minutes here and there just kept adding up, and all of a sudden we're 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour, whatever behind. I think what I didn't realize was that shooting action takes a lot of time. You have to move around the camera so much, and that setup time takes up a lot of time.
Going into day 5, I was feeling great and optimistic, but prepared that it was going to be a long day.
You gotta not schedule the most important stuff on the last day. I mean, I don't think we had much of a choice. Like, we had to based on availability and locations and all that stuff, but like, God, we really should not have shot such critical stuff on the last day.
More smiles, Colin. More smiles.
What?
More smiles.
Dude, I don't know. We got no more days of shooting and we're behind. And if we don't get it, we don't get it. It's not in the movie, so.
I mean, the amount of time and money and resources and heart that I poured into this project, and then on the last day to feel at moments like I'm not gonna be able to get the ending right was pretty scary. And then my partner's parents visited set because they wanted to see what I was doing. I was happy. I wanted to have them there. I wanted them to see it. I'm just like, on today, where I'm like going crazy inside.
Gotta get it. Yeah. The end of my movie.
Oh man, I think he's just stressing.
Heard anything? Anybody get busted?
I like really weird and peculiar characters, and today we got our most weird and peculiar characters. I loved having these new characters on the last day. These were some of my favorite characters in the movie. These are people I knew from the Chicago comedy scene, people I really liked, I thought were really interesting. To have them on set was really fun. Sometimes you just look at a character and what they're wearing and you're like, yeah. I think Zach described his character's wardrobe as a guy who just does not know what season it is. I think Al, we kind of described his character as the type of guy that would be much older but hang out with high schoolers and kind of hang out at the gas station. Their costumes make me laugh so much.
You got the money, Kyle?
Kyle's character drives a minivan. This is based on a friend of mine who drove a minivan all throughout high school.
and it was always made to be a little bit of a beaten up early 2000s looking van.
So we found a guy on Facebook Marketplace who let us rent it for like $100.
Of course, working with any vehicles around crew and cast, you always want to be as careful as possible as well. So the combination of a older car and having an expensive camera equipment around was always a concern of mine.
So we've got this VFX shot. What we're trying to do is take multiple shots. In this instance, it was 3 shots. One with Quentin running and falling on this blue mattress that we're going to remove in post. One with the car driving through a frame with no actors, and then a plate of just the background with no car and no Quentin. And we'll use those 3 shots, combine them, and make it look like the car is hitting it. And I've done stuff like this kind of before, but we didn't have a VFX supervisor or someone to tell us whether we got what we needed. Just another thing to add to the worry of like, okay, we got it. I hope those are good enough. It was just a more complicated VFX shot than I've normally done. And so we're just kind of shooting in the dark, but it does look great now. Like we have done the VFX shot and it looks amazing. And so thank God it worked out. Quentin was maybe more excited than anything else in the movie to do stunts.
I was a stage combat minor in college, which means that I kind of know that stage combat and stunts are 2 different things. I don't want to be a stunt dude, but I do want to be the kind of dude that can do his own stunts. You know, the production team is like, okay, this is something that is easy enough that you can do it. Yes, absolutely.
I'm supposed to make the car look like it's going kind of quickly, stop abruptly, and fling the door open as I'm stopping. I was being a little precious with the door. I didn't want to break the door. Colin asked me to drive quicker and fling the door open quicker. That's easy. I can do that. I can throw the door open.
We just heard it pop.
Here, I broke something.
Somehow the car broke.
And of course, the door is like completely dented and like caving in on itself now.
I asked Snag if they were okay driving, and they said, I'm not a very good driver, but yeah.
I have totaled 2 cars in my time. I have not driven in probably 6 years.
I probably didn't read into that enough. And so what's going through my mind is, this is already so expensive to make this movie. How much is this car gonna cost? And I also thought,
Snag tossed it open like 8 times super hard and then broke the door.
which was wrong.
I let them do it, so it's on me.
If an actor is doing a stunt, it is not their fault if something goes wrong. It is whoever designed the stunt's fault. So I was like, no, God damn it, you, Colin, you should have done it yourself. Deep breaths. At least we have a new car that we own.
I remember just telling him, you know, I'll take care of it. You know, just don't worry about it. A couple hours later, when the owners come to pick it up, I try to be as civil about it as possible. And I voiced my apologies. And
actually, we found out later they ended up selling the car. So they still sold it.
Well, there you go. I never thought they'd actually, well, I did actually think they were going to freak out there for a little bit, but.
During the lunch break, I did stay behind and I did cry. But I did, it got to me. I broke down and I felt like I wasn't going to get to make my movie. And I guess I needed to let it all out. And Sophie listened. And then everyone came back from lunch. And then we made the movie.
Yeah, I'm not absolutely panicked and fucking losing it anymore.
That was nice.
Last daylight shot of the movie, hopefully.
As the sun was setting, we are shooting the end of the movie. We had to shoot some stuff in a car and we didn't have time to properly light the car or set anything up really at all. So we did it the old school style and threw me and Patrick in the back of the car and we threw our first AC Gary in the trunk and then we're just driving around, pointing the camera, Gary laying back there, pulling focus. Pretty chaotic, but that's what happens when you run out of time.
Whoa, that was crazy.
And then it was time for the nighttime stuff. We have plenty of time to shoot, but it was chaotic in its own way.
Okay.
our characters are high. I want night to feel grand and magical. And we're shooting outside in this field, and Matt, our gaffer, set it up so that we were lighting up enough of the field so that the movement of the scene could happen through it.
Once we kind of figured, well, this is all we got, we're just going to make it work. I just remember our key light and 45-degree angle backlight, and just have them running through the poles of light.
We had to figure out a way to have the camera move with them. What Gary did, which was incredible, is built this huge rig in a wagon that we could run and pull the wagon and have the camera in it. It was very cool, and it did not work. So what we ended up having to do is just have a cameraman hold the camera and run backwards. Patrick tried it, a few times, but we eventually brought in Gary, the young buck, to run with the character. Another great thing about this day is my partner, Anna, does have an incredibly funny cameo, in my opinion.
I mean, Denny, wow. He gets the girl in the end, yeah.
Anna's been involved in every movie I've made, and now the next step is, we're starting to make movies together from scratch and develop them and write them together, and so just stay tuned for that.
Hey guys, that's a wrap on High Stakes. Good job, everyone.
The day was crazy, the shoot was crazy. This was bigger than anything else I've ever done. So many people worked so hard to make this movie and brought so much talent and skill and craft. And to wrap felt like a huge accomplishment.
Walking over here by myself, I was just like, I was so excited that I just get to do this.
I feel amazing. This has been so much fun. It's crazy to have my parents' house immortalized in a movie. Can't wait to see how it turns out, especially the basement.
I feel like I just had a ton of fun the last 2 weekends. I feel satisfied. I feel like I challenged myself a bit. Anytime that I work with Colin, I learn something.
It's a shock that everything's coming to an end. It's been an exhilarating experience, and I just really enjoyed the people. I think that's what makes this project so memorable and so much fun, and it's really going to show throughout this film just how much blood, sweat, and tears that we really all put into it.
Excited and sad, worried and happy, and really proud of what everyone did. And I'm proud of myself, but I think I could have done better, but I did a really good job and I learned a lot. Looking back, while I feel very capable, I have so much to learn about how to tell an effective story, how to plan an effective shoot, how to work with all types of crew members and all different experience levels, how to be more flexible and less full of stress, but I feel so accomplished. I won't forget it, that feeling of driving home an hour at night, Taco Bell in my tummy, just feeling like, hell yeah. High Stakes is important to me because it's a time capsule. It represents that time of my life when I felt very unsure of myself, but life was really fun and carefree at the same time. Weed was illegal, trying to act like adults when we were kids, and to be able to translate that into a movie that I think is very fun, human, and relatable is such an accomplishment, and I am pumped as fuck for everyone to see it.
You guys should all watch High Stakes.
Yeah, I think you should go watch the movie High Stakes, because what are you gonna do instead? Go watch a movie about low stakes?
I know it was a lot of fun for us making it, so I just hope that they can connect with the story.
Because I am proud of what I did in it.
It was so much fun being on set, and I think that really shows in the movie.
Can I get some water?
Yeah, get high and watch High Stakes.
Go watch High Stakes.
And it's loggable on Letterboxd.
I think you should go watch the movie High Stakes, because weed is tight.
Thank you everyone who was involved, who donated, who is watching, who has any interest in this. Thank you so much. Bye!